Good morning. Thanks for joining Your News Arizona. I'm Jonathan Alexander reporting. So today I'd like to cover a little bit about all the chaos breaking out all around the country and all the rioting going on. Out in Minnesota, we have rioters that were trying to get into the hotel where our ICE agents were staying in. And I mean, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of them. Um, One of the things that I'd like to bring to your guys' attention, and that's been crossing my mind a lot lately, is when does Trump declare the Insurrection Act or the Posse Comitatus Act? Um, you take a look at what's going on around this country. This is a complete insurrection. I see a lot of people out there um, very much in dispute over the shooting from the ICE agent. If you guys haven't seen the actual clear footage of what really took place, you might want to really check it out. And that officer was in the right for what he did. He only had seconds to act. And the actual footage shows it. No sooner than she put it in gear and throttled it, you could hear it impacting him. He was lucky to even get a round off, in my opinion. Um, And for all you so-called experts out there that want to sit there and say, "Oh, he could have avoided this," um, you know, that's what I call self-defense. This is a man that was protecting those around him, including himself, and eliminating the problem. And you know, if you don't want to die, don't attack our ICE agents. That's a clear message I'm sending out to you. If you guys are out there protesting all the crap that you want to pull, if you want to live, leave our ICE agents the hell alone. Because you know what? You could be next. And I 100% support what our ICE agents are doing right now. They've got their hands full with all the crap going on. It's bad enough that they're trying to round up millions of illegals, let alone have to deal with all the rioters as well. Um, I want to just kind of show a couple little things of what these guys have been going through here in the last 24 hours. So overnight, this is what they had to face at their hotel.
They got five guys at the front. You're gonna jump water? They got five guys at the front.
So that footage right there is from the rioters that got heads up of what hotel these guys were staying in, and chose to show up and try to enter the hotel to create a lot of problems. Um, Again, we have nothing but a complete insurrection going on in this country. I believe Trump has every legal authority to take other steps. I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys on the Posse Comitatus, and also want to share with you on the Insurrection Act. And this is where Donald Trump has the right to intervene on this, and he does not need Congress's permission to do so. Get to this for you guys real quick. Okay, so the first one I'm going to share with you is the Insurrection Act. You guys can read this for yourselves. See if I can make this a little larger for you guys to read. There you go. So the president can invoke the Insurrection Act under specific conditions outlined in the U.S. Code. When a state government requests aid to suppress insurrection or domestic violence, the act was last used in 1992 at the request of California's Governor during the Los Angeles riots. Um, when unlawful obstruction or rebellion make it difficult to enforce federal law through normal means. Well, what you see going on right now is not normal means. Um, we have a complete chaos going on. We've got people assaulting our ICE agents. We've got people that are ramming them with vehicles. You know, let alone, they try to even take out our president. We know this. And again, I don't know what it takes for the president to finally just say enough is enough. We're going to do the Insurrection Act, but at this point in time, I don't think Donald Trump's going to have a choice. Okay, and then also, I'll continue reading that to protect constitutional rights if state authorities fail to do so. Well, what do you think the state authorities are doing? You have the mayors and governors telling um, Trump and ICE to get the hell out of their state. Um, this was used during the civil rights movement to enforce desegregation. Once involved, troops can perform law enforcement functions like arrest. The president must first issue proclamation for those involved to disperse. So, again, the president has every authority to do so. And at this point in time, if that's the steps he takes, he has my full support in this matter. Um, and let me scroll up. The act has faced criticism for its broad language, which gives the president significant discretion. There, there are calls for reform to clarify its use and add oversight. Well, I'm going to add oversight to it. Right now, we have a complete um, invasion by the Democrats. These guys are riding in our streets, assaulting people. They're assaulting our news reporters as well. Um, you know, Donald Trump needs to use the Insurrection Act, period. That's my point. What we keep witnessing needs to stop. Or he can use the Posse Comitatus. And I believe he's got every legal grounds to use that one as well. Um, and I'm going to share that with you for the Posse Comitatus. So I'll let you guys read that. Okay, so under the Posse Comitatus, let's see if I can get this enlarged for you guys. So under Article 18 U.S.C. 1385 is the Posse Comitatus Act, which generally prohibits the willful use of the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, or Space Force as a police force, Posse Comitatus to execute laws, except when expressly authorized by the Constitution or an act of Congress. Well, screw Congress. Um, with violators facing fines or imprisonment. This law reflects a long-standing tradition against using the military for domestic law enforcement to protect civil liberties, though, and you got to catch the keywords, though exceptions exist like for disaster relief or insurrection under specific legal authorization. Well, if this is not what you call an insurrection, I don't know what is. Um, you know, you look at January 6th. You look at all the people that showed up in D.C. on January 6th. That was not an insurrection. That was people that went there to peacefully protest um, their First Amendment rights, everything in the book. And next thing we know, we've got hundreds and hundreds of patriots being held political prisoner for almost 5 years. Um, And then you look at what these Democrats are doing out here, and these rioters that are bought and paid for by George Soros, the whole 9 yards. These guys are out actually burning cars, burning buildings, assaulting law enforcement officers, um, the, flat out telling our ICE agents they're going to kill them, flat out telling them they're going to kill them, um, and and they're getting away with it. So I say the time is now, Mr. President, for you to put either one of these into play, or put them both into play, um, and let's take action. Um, you got your militias around the country that would stand in arms as well, and help protect and defend this country. And at this point in time, I don't see any other way around it. And love to hear you guys' thoughts on this matter as well. If you guys think I'm nuts, tell me I'm nuts. But at this point in time, you give me your answers. What do you think would get this country back in order? Because right now, this is breaking out all around the country, folks. We're not just talking out in Minnesota. We're talking L.A., Idaho, even out in Boise, Idaho. Crap's going down. They're calling for riots all over the country today as well. And right now, we don't need any more loss of life here in America. We don't need our ICE agents being shot. We don't need people being gunned down for being stupid, running into our ICE agents. If you guys don't like the fact that that woman died the other day, well, you know what? Get over it. And that's the only thing I can say. She made that choice to be there. She made that choice to drop her kids off and to go out there and do what she did and to full throttle that vehicle right into the ICE agent. And you guys can sit there and say, "Oh, she tried to avoid them." Watch the video, folks. What watch his camera. Watch what happened. The second she throttled it, you can hear the thump. He had but a second to react. And you know what? My hat's off to the gentleman that shot her. Because for him to be able to even draw his pistol that quick and still get a round off, the guy's got a pretty quick draw. That's all I can say. Um, but either way, right now we have got to get this country back in order. And the Democrats, if you guys haven't figured it out, we are at war. The Democrats have declared war on our ICE agents, our law enforcement, on us patriots out there that stand with Trump. Um, and if you guys want to all just throw your throw your hat in the race or whatever, and just say screw it, I'm done with Trump. You know that's your choice. But I'm going to stick by our president. I'm sticking by our ICE agents. I definitely support getting these illegals the hell out of our country. I definitely support shutting down these mosques that are going to place all over this country. The these Islam extremists that are putting these mosques in, like the mayor out there in New York. I'll call him what he is. He's an Islamic extremist, um, and this is the kind of crap right here that this country is facing every day. And right now, between the Islamic trying to take over our country, and that now you got the demon rats trying to take over our country and trying to rule the streets and trying to force our ICE agents out of their states where they can't do their job. If you guys are all about supporting these illegals, then you know what? Don't have a lot more to say about it. Uh, Besides, anybody that supports what's going on right now, if you support this, then you become my enemy as well. And I'll just say it because I guarantee if somebody tries to attack me or my team, it's not going to end well for them, and that I promise. I'm at a point right now where I'm frustrated. I'm getting death threats as well, receiving a lot of threats because of my broadcast for freedom of speech. And you know what? You want to come after me? Come after me. You're not going to intimidate me. That I promise you. Um, You know, I've had a good life. I'm not afraid to die. I'll speak my mind. But I'm at a point right now to where I know our president is going to have to take a whole different step in the right direction and declare the Insurrection Act or the Posse Comitatus Act. He's got it. Um, and anybody out there that disagrees with me on that, then you know what? Then you go try to fight off millions of people right now rioting all over. Good luck to you. So we're definitely going to need boots on the ground. We're going to need our forces in play to get these cities and states under control. Um, because until that happens, it's going to get worse, folks. It's going to get a lot worse. And we're going to start seeing more deaths. We're going to be seeing a lot of casualties out there. And this is what I'm seeing. And, you know, and I can ramble about this all day long. I've been following these stories. I've been trying to get these reports out to you guys, trying to tell you guys stay alert because right now anything can happen at any time, anywhere in this country. That's where we're at. I mean, you just don't know who in the hell is who anymore. So just watch your asses out there. Be safe. Um, if you see something suspicious, chances are there's a reason why. So just be safe, Patriots. Love to hear some people's thoughts on today's conversation. Hope you guys can speak out. If you guys think I'm in the wrong, tell me you think I'm in the wrong. But again, don't sit there and jump my ass because I support that ICE agent taking that woman's life. If you got a problem with my supporting him, you can kiss my ass. That man, as far as I'm concerned, like I said, the way she charged him with that vehicle, and you could clearly see that was an intent to do so. Her lover was actually trying to get in the freaking rig with her, and she didn't allow her to get in. She just sped right at the ICE agent. And if you guys were that stupid and you couldn't see that, then you know what? That's on you. Um, I know what I witnessed. So it's just at a point right now to where we have got to start thinking about the safety of our ICE agents, our Border Patrol, our law enforcement, the American citizens out there that are being exposed to this, that don't even want to be exposed to it. You've got riders taking over streets in Portland and elsewhere, where even just the local people trying to get to work are struggling to even get to work because they're tying up the streets and everything. Um, this shouldn't have to affect the American people's lives each and every day. And quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of turning on the news in the morning. The first thing you see is all these riots and everything going on. Um, I'd like to see this country back at law and order, and I'd like to see our president take control and get this country back in order where it needs to be. And hope you guys will support our president if he does such a thing, because we are making a lot of noise right now and reaching out to a lot of people that we know and pretty high up, telling them you got to get the president to order this. And and again, you know, I don't see any other way around it. And everybody keeps saying like the Antifa, oh, this matter's going to go away. Don't sooner or later they'll quit their rioting. Well, we've been seeing Antifa riot now for a year, and it's actually gotten worse, not better. Um, so for all you guys out there that keep acting like, well, let's just give it time, let's just give it time. This country's out of time, folks. Like I said, the war's here. These Democrats have more than proven the war's here. When you got governors like Tampon Tim sitting there saying he's going to order the National Guard to go against our ICE agents to get them removed. You got law enforcement out there in I think it's L.A. Let's see, I think I might even have the clip from her, where she flat out is saying that she's going to have the police department start arresting. I mean, the sheriff's department start arresting ICE agents. I think that's California. And let me see if I've got that clip. I'll play it for you guys if I do. I mean, this has gotten to a point where it's ridiculous, and it needs to come to an end. And these people that want to sit there and keep making all their noises and crap and making all their threats need to be held accountable as well, even your law enforcement. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to share this with you guys real quick. This is the gal that is threatening to use their law enforcement officers to arrest our ICE agents.
Good afternoon. I'm Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia. And I say her name,
Yeah, start on
Renee
that.
Good. Renee Good.
Renee Good.
Renee Good.
Renee Good.
This should not have happened, but we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I said? No law enforcement
Well, I hear you
professional
loud
wears
and clear,
a mask. None. None. Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, thank God for our district attorney, Larry Kraftner, who say he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you're getting arrested there. No whisk away for them to hide you. None of that here. None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. I'm not saying fleeing, because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way.
Oh, bullshit.
Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal. No, we don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up, fake, what you can call ICE professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made-up, fake, wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law. So I'm with the DA, and we will work with them. If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will whisk you off. You don't want this smoke, because we will bring it to you. And the fake, whatever they call them, because I can't say the name, but the criminal in the White House would not be able to keep you from going to jail. Renee Good should be here today. And to her family, we are saying law enforcement professionals are not the ones here in this city that would do that. But here's the last thing that I will say. Law enforcement professionals around the country do their job, and we have been fighting for years to build that bridge between us and our communities. You have one negative nutcase that causes this problem, and now we all have to fight again to let people know law enforcement works with communities. These crimes would not be down if we didn't have communities work with us. Thank you.
Okay, I call bullshit. Anyways, thought I'd get that out to you guys as well. So now we have law enforcement out in Pennsylvania sitting there saying, if they think any of our ICE agents are acting illegally, they're just going to arrest them. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I can tell you right now that right there is going to spark a lot of controversy. And let's see, I think I got Marie Olson. Sounds like California. Marie, that does sound like California. I would have expected that out of California. That's Pennsylvania. Um, this is the kind of crap that we're facing right now. And again, this is why the Trump administration is going to need to order the Insurrection Act, start arresting law enforcement officers like that as well. Um, when these people want to sit there and say they're going to detain our ICE agents for doing their job, you know, I mean, God help that people are dying, you know. But at the same time, how about our ICE agents? How about these guys that are being assaulted? How about people that are shooting at them? How about the guy that just got rammed, and everybody wants to beat up on him because he shot the woman. Again, he only had a second to act, and in that second, there's no way. As fast as I seen her moving that vehicle, from the with his camera filming like that, and the second she put that in gear and throttled, it was like not even a second, and bam, you could hear the car hitting him, and everybody kept going, "Oh, she didn't really hit him. He got out of the way." Bullshit. The vehicle hit him. Um, and then there you got the mayor out there with Tampon Tim saying, "Oh, you get more of an injury doing that to the side of your refrigerator, bumping into it." How would he know? Maybe someone, how would he like it if a rider ran his car into him and people started talking like that? Just what a piece of shit. And I'll say it like it is. If you guys don't like my reporting today, well, get over it. I'm just at a point right now where I 100% support what's going on out here that needs to be done. We've got to get these illegals the hell out of this country. Our ICE agents, Border Patrol, everybody's got a job to do, folks. And for that woman to sit there and call them a bunch of fake wannabes, she can kiss my ass. These men put their lives in harm's way each and every day for the safety of America and to help get these thugs the hell out of our country. And if you guys don't support our ICE agents, then you know what? As far as I'm concerned, you got to get the hell out of our country as well. Um, and I'll say it like it is. I'm not here to gain likes or followers or anything else. I'm here to speak the truth. And I'm sick and tired of seeing people being assaulted, or law enforcement being assaulted. Um, this has been nothing but a complete insurrection. We've had people trying to take our president out, um, people threatening to still kill our president. This is all bullshit what we keep seeing. And again, now we've got all these different democratic cities sitting there backing all this crap, backing these thugs assaulting our law enforcement, our ICE agents and people. And it's like they're promoting this violence. They want it. And if they want a war, um, you know what? Posse Comitatus Act, Mr. President, we can get the show rolling. Because I guarantee it, you'll have millions of patriots standing right beside you in this fight. And I'll be first on the front line. I'll guarantee you that. I'm, I'm at a point right now that I am fed up with what I'm witnessing. There should not be any loss of life on American soil. There should not be a war amongst Americans. But if they want a war, then you know what? Let them bring the war to us. Let's get the party going. Man, that's where I'm at. And if you guys got a bunch of rioters out in your area today, they have called for a national rioting. Uh, if you got some footage or anything, I'd love for you to send it over to us. We'll get it broadcasted out there of what's going on in your cities near you. If you guys have any comments ever, call into the studio 928-385-4738. And we'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. And actually, today you might have to call into the other number. Um, I don't have the other phone with me. So you can call 928-716-3189. I've got that number right here with me. If you guys want to have any comments you'd like to make on this, um, or feel free to email me at yournewsarizona@gmail.com. Again, you know, I I don't see any other way besides the Insurrection Act or the Posse Comitatus, or combine them. I don't give a damn at this point. Combine them. Um, and Mr. President, the time is now, sir. This country is being overran. Our ICE agents' lives are in harm's way. Our law enforcement, the citizens of America, anybody that's a patriot, they're attacking. God forbid we wear, a Border Patrol hat, a Trump hat. or anything else because they'll try to attack us. But you know what? I wear whatever the hell I want to wear. You're not going to tell me what to wear. Um, but beyond that, we got to stand. We got to stand up for this country, folks, and we got to stand with our president. Love him or hate him, we got to stand with our president. Um, our president does love this country, whether you guys want to admit it or not. He wants nothing but the best for this country. He wants these illegals the hell out of this country, and he's got, you know, if you guys got to take into consideration all the fight that Donald Trump has had as well. Not only with the Patriots going against him, he's got to fight with the courts on everything he's been doing. These courts overturn everything that he's been doing, making them return criminals that were deported back to our country, that, that were MS-13 thugs and everything else, because these corrupt judges wanted them back into this country. Um, this is all bullshit, folks. Any way you look at it, this is treason. What we keep seeing is treason. Um, what these mayors and people are doing is treasonous acts. Um, Law enforcement now, as far as I'm concerned, treasonous act. When you're sitting there telling your sheriffs to go ahead and arrest ICE agents, I've got a problem with that. I heard some people today talking about, about Bundy and on all this stuff, and then and somehow they're comparing this with Bundy, the shooting. For you guys out there, you know who you are. I'm just going to say this. If you were in that law enforcement's position, you got somebody in a matter of a second of putting that vehicle in gear and throttling and you still managed to get a shot off, but you were doing it in protection of your own life because that woman, if you paid attention, her lover girl was at the side of the car trying to get in, and she still sped away regardless of what. That tells you she had intent to do something else. She was actually fleeing her lover girl like she was ready to do suicide. That's the way I see it. Because if that's her lover, why didn't she just have her get in the freaking vehicle with her? That woman had other intentions, any way you want to look at it. They had, especially for her to leave her lover right there beside the car as she's speeding away. Um, that if you can't see that, well then that's on you. But again, I've been just trying to cover a lot of stuff for you guys, trying to get this out there. Um, we got some big stuff coming up ourselves that we're going to be reporting on. I'm not going to be giving exact times or anything. We'll be just when you see the live broadcast going, you'll know we're there. I don't ever want to be giving our enemy heads up of where we're going to be at. We're just going to be there, and all of a sudden it's just going to go live. Um, Keep my team and us in your prayers. Um, and we got a lot of work we're going to be out getting done, and we're going to bring it to you guys. So, other than that, anybody wants to be a part of our security team, we're looking for people that want to jump on board. Give me a call, 928-385-4738, or you can email me at yournewsarizona@gmail.com. We're looking for um, more people for our security team as well to be out in the field with us. And other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end this broadcast. I've got to get some stuff ready for some stuff we're doing. And you guys just pray for our country. Um, Pray for our law enforcement out there, for our ICE agents, you know. And don't get me wrong, guys. I do have a heart, and, there should never be loss of life. But when you want to sit there and use your vehicle as a weapon, which can very well kill our ICE agents and other people, and you end up dead, I have no compassion for your acts. That was your choice. That's a choice you made, um, which was a very evil choice to do. And So, you know, the way I see it, you can rot in hell. Um, that's about as much mercy as I have for her. She can rot in hell. Other than that, guys, God bless you guys. Hope you guys enjoy your Saturday. Be safe out there. Like I said, if you guys got some news stories, get them shared over to me. I'd love to get it broadcasted. So any live footage anybody gets out there, if you want to share it with me, we'll get it shared out there. Or we'll bring you into our studio um, online. We'll let you log in and we can share it together, whatever, and discuss it. So other than that, guys, God bless you guys. Enjoy your weekend.